Good morning, everybody. So, let's see that on because it's gonna start beeping really loud. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get some of these sales with my phone because I don't have a camera yet. I've been slacking, but there's the first sale. I didn't get that one because this was the sale I was going to. Listed any Nintendo games. Supposed to open at 8. Of course they don't open at 8. So I did end up buying some not old Nintendo games, but I asked her, just, you know, I don't know, maybe feel better about it. They had, hold on, they had sun's right in my eyes. They had 35 NES games, 15 Super Nintendo games, and a Super Nintendo with just controllers. They sold it all for 60 bucks. 60 bucks. But it's cool though, because for 85 I picked up a Wii U with the elusive new Super Luigi U. That one's hard to find. That I paid 80 for the Wii and 5 for the game, so good deal. Such a good deal. Yeah, I actually stumbled on a community sale that's in here, so I'm just hit it up. I met another collector here, so hope, you know, we're gonna be hitting it together, kind of. Well, he's in one area and I'm in the other, so we'll see. Yeah, I'll get back to you guys if I find anything else. I'm gonna try to, you know, bring my phone and get some try to get some sneaky footage. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. All right, guys. So I had the phone out and I was recording, but I guess it didn't record. I don't know. But for 30 bucks, I got all these PlayStation games. There's like some good Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Resident Evil Survivor. This one's the best one, Street Fighter EX2 Plus. Missing the manual, but 30 bucks. All right, I'm about to hit another sale right now.
Check through those.
Did you happen to have What's up, guys? So as you guys just saw that little clip, that's as much as I could get before they, you know, they were gonna start asking me why I had my phone. I had it sideways. I didn't want to do it the up and down way, but you guys saw the games come out, so I think that's all that really matters. But I don't know, if you pause the video, you could see the rare game. Holy crap. And this game is not easy to find. Fire and Ice. Oh man. But for 40 bucks, I got a Master System in the box, a Nintendo, and all these games right here. 40 bucks. Amazing. It's 9:30 right now. Pretty late as far as yard sales go, and just amazing. This is a community sale. I've never experienced a community sale like this where there's like nobody here, nobody's asking. So yeah, crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I will get back to you guys if I find something else. If not, get home and show you all the amazing stuff I got. Oh man. What's up, everybody? All done with garage sales, and today was very unexpected. Let me break it down. Last night I was looking up you know, where to go, and couldn't find, you know, any community sales or whatnot. So I saw a sale that said Wii U, and it, you know, listed some games, Mario Kart and whatnot, and then right underneath it, old school Nintendo with a ton of games. So that piqued my interest. But I've done this for a while, so I know something like that is really hard to catch. You got to either get there super early and just wait a few hours, or just be super lucky. Well, I got there and I was an hour earlier than what they said the sale was going to start. I was just going to wait in the street, and it was already gone. They had already set up. I got there like at 7:05. Met another buddy there that also hunts, and he had missed out too. It sucked because he said he got there at 6:30 and nobody was there, so he decided that he would just come right back, and when he came back, it was all gone. Now, of course, I had to know. The lady said she sold 35 NES games, like 15 Super Nintendo games, and a Super Nintendo for 60 bucks. So that was a little heartbreaking, but she still had the Wii U. So first, my buddy was looking through the Wii U games, and he set aside a couple, and he asked, was there any here you wanted? Well, this one caught my eye, and I just went to GameStop yesterday to see if they had this, and they didn't. Super hard to find. Super happy to get it in the collection for $5. New Super Luigi U. No manual on this one. I don't know. The newer Wii U games, either they came with a manual, sometimes they didn't. So, but it has the green case. Amazing. $5. So then I just asked how much you want for the Wii U. They said 100. I was able to get them down to $80. So for $80, I got an 8 GB Wii U, and it came with all the cables and everything. So $85 for a Wii U and Luigi U. Really great deal. All right. Now, I got so much good stuff today. So the unexpected part was I thought, it was going to be a bust. I came and got a Wii U. That was a good deal. But then I found out that that town was having a community sale. Didn't even know it was going on, and it paid off amazingly. All right. So I think this was the next one. People brought out some Wii stuff, and I was able to buy 2 games from them for $5. I got Wii Sports Resort and Wii Sports. Now it started off kind of slow, but ended amazing. These ones were later in the day. What came next? I think it was this. Okay, so I walk up to the sale, and they said that they had just sold all their stuff yesterday, because the sale was also on a Friday. Today is Saturday. But they still had this for $5. I got Nintendo DS, working condition, and it came with Bassmasters Classic and Lord of the Rings. So $5, that's a really good deal. Okay, that was later. I believe these ones were next. This one was actually really good. Asked for games, and the first, she said she had games. I was going down the list, but she didn't say what. So first she brought out PS3 games. Then I asked her if she had anything else, and she said, I have a whole bunch of PS2. And in the PS2, she also brought out PS1 games. So from the PS3 games, got Grand Theft Auto 5, and I paid $30 for all of this. And at least these 3 are sealed. Need for Speed Most Wanted Limited Edition, sealed. The Amazing Spider-Man, sealed. And probably the best one of all the PS3 games, Captain America Super Soldier, and that one is sealed as well. And then one PS2 game, Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc. And then a bunch of really decent PS1. Alright, these first ones are just, well, this one's just the manual, but this has got the lenticular cover on it. So they just threw these ones in for free. Crash Bandicoot Warped, that one is just the case and manual. And Crash Bandicoot, also just case and manual. This one is probably probably the best game in here, but it's missing the manual. Street Fighter EX2 Plus. So super stoked to grab that one. Then we've got Rugrats Search for Reptar, Resident Evil Survivor, Tekken 2, Road Rash 3D, Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil Director's Cut. So $30 for all that stuff. Started out at $80, and I was like, oh, that's way too much. Which one of these is next? I'm just going to show these ones. First we have, I got these for $1 each. Mobile Suit Gundam Federation vs. Zeon. They had a bunch of PS3 stuff out, and I asked if they had anything else, and he said he had PS1, but he comes out and it was a stack of PS2, and he had a PS1 console only. Mobile Suit Gundam Zeonic Front, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. These ones, they had these sitting out. I guess they had a lot more, but they sold for $7. I got Wii Sports and The Evil Within for the Xbox 360. This one came next. An N64. I paid 40 bucks. All the cables and everything. One controller. N64 with this aftermarket expansion and Super Mario 64. Okay, this next one. This is where everything turned around. All that stuff was all good. But then I walk up on this one sale and they were playing a board game when I go up. Actually, no, these came first. I got these right before. This was the first, like, other than the N64. I paid 15 bucks for these. Not super cheap, but still not bad. Super Mario Bros. 2 and Super Mario Duck Hunt. Alright, now, this one. They were playing a board game. I walk up, ask if they have any video games, and the dad smiles, and he's like, yeah, hold on. And he walks over and he's like, we have an original Sega, but it's broken. So I was thinking, oh, okay, did you have any games with it? And he was like, no. He's like, hold on, let me go grab it. So then he walks over to the back of the garage and brings this. Totally unexpected. A Sega Master System in the box with all the baggies, the styrofoam, everything is in here. I didn't even care that it didn't work. So he quoted me this one at 15 bucks because he said it was broken. Well, then I asked, did you have anything else? Nintendo, Super Nintendo? They're like, yeah, we have NES. So the son walks in and he brings out this, and this is the little bit of footage that you guys saw when he set these on the table. I had my phone out and I dropped my phone, like kind of right there on the table, and it stopped. So I just put it back in my pocket. But you guys saw this come out. So I got super excited because one of the games in here is really rare. I paid $40 for everything. So we got Kings of the Beach, Anticipation, and these are just the games they didn't want. They had like Mario 1 through 3, Mega Man 3, and I think maybe Zelda, but I was cool with these ones. Yoshi's Cookie, Journey to Silius, which that one is getting harder to find. Turtles 2, the arcade game. Ferrari Grand Prix Challenge. Gumshoe. California Games, and then just insane to see this one in there. I saw it right away and I knew, like, I was excited. Fire and Ice, a really hard to find game. Really stoked to get this one. And then he brought out the Nintendo, and it was only missing the RF switch, but the Nintendo one controller. They said this one didn't work. They had two, and they said this one didn't work, so I still got it. So 40 bucks for all that stuff. Amazing finds. Oh yeah, these came with the PS3 and the PS1 games, the Move controllers. And then this was the last find for the garage sales. Asked them if they had games, and the lady brings out a bag with a DS and a PSP. So we got two DS Lites, silver and black. Only one charger. And then a bunch of games. We got SpongeBob's Boating Bash. James Pond, codename RoboCod for the Game Boy Advance. Davis Cup Tennis. Lego Star Wars 2. And then Lego Harry Potter. And I think there was another, yeah, there's one more game in here. Brain Age. And then the PSP, I'll only show, there's quite a few games in here, but I'll only show a couple. There's a lot of movies, but I'll show probably some of the more notable ones. The PSP is really clean. It almost looks like they just never played it. The PSP, and it came with this little power brick thing. Came with a charger. And then some good games. We got Dynasty Warriors. This one's probably the best one in here, I think. Mega Man X Maverick Hunter. Got Little Big Planet, SOCOM, SpongeBob. I think there was Star Wars Battlefront 2 in here, so this is just some of the games. So pretty decent. I paid 40 bucks for all that stuff, so that was a great deal. Oh yeah, and there was one more DS game, Sonic Rush. Okay, so that was it for garage sales. amazing day, unexpected day. I didn't know there was a community sale out there. I was disappointed at first because I missed out on the NES stuff, but it ended up paying off really well. And it was almost like there was just nobody there. Like it was 9:30 or not, like 9:45 when I got this bigger bundle, and it seemed like every house I went to, I was the first person asking. So it was great. All right, and this right here came from Wednesday swap meet. Nothing great. I think I paid a total of like $30 for everything here. So we've got the Killer Instinct Killer Cuts, NFL Street 2 for the Xbox, Professional Underground League of Pain, PS1. This one is probably one of the better ones. Def Jam Fight for NY for the Xbox, complete. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Tekken Tag Tournament. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I really wish this was the Siphon Filter 3 that had the American flag, but this is the other version of Siphon Filter 3. And then probably two of the better games. One that I was looking for. I almost got it on GameStop because it was pretty cheap, but I wanted to get it complete, so I ended up finding one at the swap meet complete. Land of the Dead. Really, really stoked to get this one for the collection. And then a harder to find title, Tekken in the long box. So really, really good. Yeah, that was pretty much it for this week. Some amazing stuff. I know that the last one had Little Samson in it, so it's kind of hard to top that. But finding Fire and Ice at a garage sale, it was $2 a game. They quoted $2 a game. So that's the stuff that you guys want to. That's what you want to find when you go to a garage sale or you go to a swap meet. You want them to bring out like, oh, $2 a game. That's the best way to add stuff to your collection. So really stoked for all of that. Yeah, that is all I got for you guys for this one. So thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you guys next time.